Today we're going to learn how to use an array in Java. To begin, we type what we're going to store in the array. In this case, we're going to store an integer. An array is like a variable in that you can define what type it is, string, integer, double, anything else, except it differs from a variable because it can store multiple values in an organized fashion. After you type the type of the array, you do double square bracket, and then you choose a name for your array. In this case, we'll choose manual. So we type manual and then an equal sign, and then new int, because we're creating a new integer object that will store arrays, double square brackets, and the number of values we want to store in the array. In this case, we'll store 5 values. So now we have an array that can store integers, and it will store 5 of them. To assign some values into the array, we type the name of the array, and then the index number. The index is where a value is stored in the array. This is called a two-dimensional array. It's a more simple type of an array. There's two-dimensional and three-dimensional types of arrays. Numbers in a two-dimensional array are just labeled from 0 to 1 minus the total number of values in the array. So in this case, it'd be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to assign a value to index 0, so the first value in the array, and then we'll type an equal sign, and we'll choose the value. We'll choose 56, and then a semicolon. We do not have to fill up the array in order to use it. If we wanted to use it right now, we just have to type system.out.println, just going to print, and then inside the parentheses, you just type the name of the array and the index number, which in this case is 0. And what this should do is it should spit out 56. So let's try it. So we're going to execute the code. Whoops, looks like I made a little spelling mistake. And look, it spits out 56. Great. But what if you don't want to have to type this whole line of code every time you add a value to your array? Well, there's a simpler way to do it. You can just type int, the name of the array, very similar. Auto, this is just the name of the array, I chose this, equals new int. Double brackets, you don't put anything in these brackets. Java will fill that itself. And then 2 curly brackets. And inside the curly brackets, you can assign numbers to the array. Java will automatically index these numbers in the order you put them in, and you'll be able to access it the same way, except it requires less typing. So in this case, we'll choose 23, 75, or 4, 98, and 1. So what Java will do is it'll read this code. It'll be like, okay, I'm going to create a new array called auto, and it's going to have the values 23, 74, 98, and 1. And it's going to assign 23 to index 0 and 1 to index 4. Or 3, sorry. And you access it in the same way. You just, if you wanted to print it out, you just do system.out.println and the name of the array and then the index number. If we wanted to print 74, that would be 1 because the index starts at 0. There we go. It prints. Thank you for listening.